Hello, my name is Jimmy Costello from the NX Product Marketing team, and today I'm going to be discussing how you can get information about the surface treatments on your parts and assemblies. Oftentimes, business partners, coworkers, and classmates will help during the design process. When this happens, sometimes we end up with new parts that we haven't worked on personally. For this scenario, I know that a team member has worked on the cap on the top of this coffee machine, but I am unsure if any coating layers have been applied. To begin, I'm going to isolate the cap of the coffee machine into a new window. Here, we will start by taking a look inside of the Assembly Navigator and Constraint Navigator. As you may notice, there are no visible signs of coating layers applied. However, when I open the Part Navigator, we can see there was a coating region applied. To further investigate this, we can open up the Coating Navigator. With the Coating Navigator opened, we can now see that there are 3 layers that need to be applied to our part during the production process. These layers are separated into 2 stacks, one for before the paint process and one for during. To further explore these layers, we can widen our Coating Navigator to see more about material makeup and physical properties associated with each layer. In this navigator, we can also see if layers are for non-geometric components. This is a good way to signal when layers will be applied, but may not stay on the part after application, such as cleaning and purification treatments. To take a deeper look at an individual layer, we can double-click, and the associated coating layer window will open. Inside this window should be any other information necessary to understand your coating layer. Here we can find the coverage ratio, if the layer is applied as a clear coat, and any important notes regarding the layer's application. Additionally, if any changes must be made to our layers, this is the place to do so. The last thing I want to take a look at before we are finished is the overall impact that our coating layers have on the mass properties for our part. To do this, I'm going to go ahead and reopen the Assembly Navigator and select the Mass Properties tab. When this is done, a table will open containing data regarding the mass, weight, density, volume, area, along with a number of other parameters. In this table, there is a column labeled From Design, which borders a column labeled From Design Coded. Here, we can compare parameters from before and after coding our part to determine if any changes must be made to our design. In conclusion, in this video, we began by exploring the different coats on our part, which are found in the Coating Navigator. After looking at the different layers, we opened up a specific coat and viewed its individual characteristics in more depth. And finally, we wrapped everything up by taking a look inside of the Mass Properties tab in the Assembly Navigator. I would like to thank you for your time and attention.